Welcome back, viewers. Joe Potter, Vintage Underground, and welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do another just shop walkthrough. It's a Sunday, it's quiet again, and things don't change a whole lot here. These projects are definitely long-term on most cases, but I'll kind of do a walkthrough of updates of where we're at. Okay, here we go. Jaguar E-Type. This is an early 3.8. This one's been it's been here for a while. It's coming together pretty quickly here. A lot of the interior is in the car. Convertible top's about ready to go on. A lot of assembly, a lot farther along than it might look at quick first glance. And that is coming. TR3, this is also a project that is very near the end. This is a spectacular TR3. A lot of the interior is in it and coming together. You see on this car, the customer chose a interior leather. We did it to a leather that matches the color of the car. So there's not a real distinguishing look there, but the seats and the wraparound will be in tan. So this car is just awesome. It's just come out absolutely stunning. So it'll be kind of unique. I'm really kind of excited when the customer first picked that. We were a little bit skeptical, but I think it's going to work really well. I'm liking it. That one's coming. Next to it is the Jaguar Xk-140. This one just came out of body and paint, and it's over here in assembly now, and it'll start coming together. So this car, I think almost everything's been restored. The chassis is done. Now the body's done. All the componentry has been restored, or most all of it. And it becomes an assembly thing, just like these other two, just like the Triumph and the Jag. And it can go reasonably quickly. And it's the fun part. The bonnet for the E-Type. 2 MG TDs, we've looked at these before. Both are progressing nicely. The red one, the panels are all painted and being cut now. This body's been cut, and they're working on getting the interior into it. True of the little blue one as well, interior's going in it. And just so you know, kind of a rough idea what's going on here. The blue car is it's a situation where it's a full restoration, but the customer wanted us to preserve the look and feel of the body. So this is done. All the rust and stuff, it's all sealed, and try to preserve some of its patina. But it's all new underneath. You know, new engine, transmission, not new, but certainly all rebuilt. This one, the red TD. The paint and body has been done as well. AC Asica, this car's actually been here for a little while. Not doing a whole lot to it. We're doing a few repairs a month for the gentleman that owns it, but a lot of it is we're using it as a measurement sample for the other Asica that we're building. So its primary purpose of being here is to get measurements off of a real one for the one we're building. MGA, this is a little track car we built about 7 years ago, I think. It's a fun little car. I don't know if you can see the interior, but it's got cool little seats in it. 1500. We didn't put a B motor in it. Close ratio gearbox. It's fun. Jaguar 3.8S. Just finishing up the interior. We were waiting on some items, and That's just final assembly on the interior. It's just about done. I think that's about it on that one. Porsche Carrera 3.0. This is a Euro spec car, a German car that somebody brought over. It's an original car, original paint. We're just we've had it here for a while, doing a little bit of repairs here and there to just make it stable for the season. It'll go home here pretty soon. Little Abarth 1000 TC. I know this car's probably been painted at one time in its life. It's not a recent restoration by any means. We did the motor on it and just some final fitment and issues. It's running, and we got to get it over and run it on the rolling road just to make sure we're safe on the motor. But that motor's pretty beefy. Back in upholstery. Back in upholstery is a Triumph Stag. And this is actually a nice driving car. Nice driver, paint's nice, handsome. We're doing a interior on it. Full interior. I've always liked Stags. Engines don't have the greatest reputation. All known issues. They can be made to be stable. Jaguar Xjs. This is one we're doing a 5-speed conversion and an ECU conversion, new exhaust system, a few other odds and ends. It's been sitting here for a little while, but it's taking a lot longer than it would normally, as we had to wait for parts. During the pandemic here, parts are getting to be a little bit of an issue, either from delivery or from just not producing them anymore, and until factories get going again, I guess. Aston Martin DB24, kind of a light restoration. We did front and rear suspensions, complete engine compartment, and it's just bolting back together now. Coming out nice. Coming out nice. All right, this is a Darby Bentley. Yeah, this is an interesting car. You can see it's pillarless. Nobody likes the color, and that's why it's here. As we are doing a color change on this car. A few things to correct in the metal. It's an all-alloy car. Somebody liked these colors. I don't know what you describe it as. I would call it purple, but maybe it's got more blue. It looks purple to me, but whatever. Anyway, that's a very cool kind of design with this pillarless body. And it is a 4-door. Excuse me. So after we get done, oh yeah, had a little bit of damage at the back here as well that we've already corrected. And here's the bonnet. Rear hatch. And all the doors. And these cars are all made out of wood. This is really typical coach building of that era, all wood with aluminum folded over it. nailed into place often. So we're just getting this taken apart. Next step is we'll strip it and get all the paint off of it. A little bit tricky cars in that they're in so many pieces, and you know, a car like this will just explode across your shop as far as storing all these panels or just handling all this stuff and storing it while you're moving in and out of them and working on them. It takes up a lot of space. You know, you blow apart you know, 20 cars or whatever your workload is, and it's a lot of storage. It takes a lot of effort to store those accurately and safely and cataloged and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it takes a bit of work to do that. Little Renault Dauphine, not a restoration or anything, part of a collection. We're just doing some running issues on. It had some fuel delivery issues and ignition issues. Abarth OT 1000 OT. And it's coming along. Not a lot I don't know that a lot's happened on this since the last video I did. Engine is holding us up, hunting for parts, getting pistons made. We just depends on what you're after, but we've run into a lot of issues with trying to get parts, and it can be the most strange things that you can't find, and it's all pandemic related, either factory shutdowns or shipping issues. All right, so this is a little Subaru Samba, little pickup, or I don't know what you'd call it, a pickup, I guess, ute. Actually pretty damn cool. I like this thing. Not our normal thing, but it's a pretty damn cool little car. Not doing a restoration or anything, just been sitting for quite a few years, and we're in the process of just resurrecting it. Brakes, fuel system, engine was done at some point in the past, so we don't need to hassle any of that. Just kind of recommissioning. I mean, we took it on because it's fun and cool. Lancia B20 Aurelia. This car is sitting for a while because we're using it as a pattern on one that was damaged, and is in coach building, and we're working on that one. So it's just going to hang around for a while. We'll do a little bit of work on it now and again, but mostly it is just hanging around. MG Magnet. This is a car, with paint work and engine work. It's got a B motor in it now, upgraded transmission, and it's just about done. Just some fiddling. We did interior on it. Just some fiddly bits. Dash isn't quite together and done yet. We're getting close. This is that other Asika. So this is the AC Asika that we're in the middle of the build on. This is not a dead stock car. This is one that was modified back in the day, and we are kind of maintaining that and making a few other changes to the chassis for safety and drivability that the owner wanted. You can see Trent's just got the pedal box in place, as well as the two motor mounts, and it will have a small block Ford and a TKO 5-speed in it. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh, what we got over here? Okay, Dino 246 GT car's been here for a while. It was purchased at an auction and it had no papers, so we've just been slowly going through it and just verifying everything and in the engine and trans and electrical and everything to make sure it's all good and safe. And thought we were towards the end of it until we were testing the wipers and realized somebody had changed the wiper motor to something else. It had failed, and didn't want to pay $1,100 for a wiper motor and put something else in there that also has failed. So we'll work on that. Okay, into the body shop. Maserati Mistral. This is one of the two burn cars, and it is heavily underway. Ferrari 330. This is the other burn car, also well underway. This is another Ferrari 330 full restoration. It is coming along. Oh, Mercedes 190. This is one we've been working on for quite a while. I think metal's all done now, and it's going to just be bodywork at this point. All right, Austin Healey 104, all done metalwork. It's coming back apart, and bodywork will start. So that's how these things go. You have to completely build them, and then blow them all apart to do bodywork. But the metalwork is done. This is a little Fiat 500, or what's left of it. It was rusty, like most of them. And this car we're building for a client. This is actually going to be a fun build. You can get a lot of these panels, and usually they're actually pretty high quality. A lot of reproduction stuff can be pretty iffy, but a lot of times these panels are pretty good. And it is well taken apart now. It's got structure there to keep it all in its shape. And he's got it on our measuring grid so we can set 0 points and make sure it goes back where it's supposed to. Okay, this is a little Jensen Interceptor. We've done a few of these. And this one's coming apart to do body and paint, and we're doing engine and trans and a few other odds and ends. It's actually a pretty good car. Just needs to be freshened. Engine compartment, certainly not the greatest looking thing. So this is gonna be all taken down and cleaned, and we'll deal with that. And fields of parts. A lot of these blue things are off the Jaguar Xk-140. Lots of panels. So like I say, that's just kind of one of the things about doing this is that you take all these cars apart, and there's a lot of parts, and it's really one thing that separates a lot of shops, and and how parts are stored. And I've seen situations where parts have gotten so muddled that you can't tell what goes to what car. And that's just not acceptable. You've got to track it down to the nut and bolt that goes with what car, and keeping that all separated. We have 3 people that work here that do parts organization and facilities that keep all that stuff sorted. And it's a lot of work when you have this much stuff going on. You've got to keep it organized and sorted and know what's going out next for plating or chrome or whatever, and when it comes back that it again gets relabeled and put back on the correct shelves. It's just takes a lot of effort, and it's a lot of what doesn't get done on a lot of shops, but that's just how it is. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Some of the cars are over in storage that we're not working on at the moment. Things rotate in and out, but that's what's on the floor at the moment. So, do appreciate you watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you on another Sunday.